So Martin, it's been a couple of weeks since the Bees' last competitive fixture. How have things been in training over the last fortnight?
Well, Will, we've had to nurse through quite a lot of players through injuries. Obviously picking up 2 injuries in the first half at Stevenage. I think I might as well start with the injuries. I'm not going to avoid your question. Bira Dimbele is out for 4 to 6 weeks. He's got a medial knee ligament tear, so he's missing. Michael Gash, he's got a hamstring strain at the top of his hamstring where it joins to the bone, so he's probably out 4 to 6 weeks, hopefully. Stacky has had another consultation in Swindon with his specialist. He's got a very difficult injury on the inside of his groin. It's a tricky area. He's coming on very well. I'm hoping he can join back in training in the next 2 weeks. Michael Nelson's fit. Togwell is fit. Matty Stevens is over his virus and he's fit. John Akinde is fit. And the last one, sadly, Gavin Hoyt. Gavin Hoyt's had a scan and seen 2 different consultants this week. And Gavin will probably be out minimum 6 months with an anterior cruciate knee ligament rupture. So it's a big blow for Gavin when he's got back into the team. He's shown the sort of form that I know that he can. He's a good player. I think it's okay to say now that he was signed to replace Andy Yeardon, because Yids I thought was going off to another club at a higher level, but that didn't materialise. So Gav's been a bit unlucky, a bit unfortunate not to have played a lot more games. We've seen the real form of Gavin, and it's a real blow for all of us. He's a tremendous professional, a really nice person off the field. Got a young family, and we'll do everything we can now to make sure we get the best consultants, the best pre-op work, the best operation. Consultants do that off, and then of course the long recovery. So it's going to be a long, tough time for him. So on that note, we signed James Pearson from Leicester. Obviously I know some of the people behind the scenes at Leicester still from my time there managing at Leicester. And James hasn't had a club. So we've taken James on. He's got full of enthusiasm. He's been training here without getting paid, without any expenses. He's non-contract and he just wants a chance. And I'm all for giving people a chance, and we're going to help him and look after him and support him, and then we'll see how he does between now and the end of the season.
In light of all of the recent injuries, do you think we could see any activity when the loan window reopens?
Well, me and the chairman have been working very close to see if we can bring in another centre forward. Sean Back, I think, done a great job playing up front on his own, which is a role he's not used to. He's come into the team without many games at reserve team level, but I had to play him because we had nobody else. And it's been mentioned that why didn't I involve Matt Stevens in the Carlisle game? Well, there was a lot of clubs watching Matt at that time, and 3 clubs came to watch him on a Saturday morning play for the youth team on the pitch back here. So that's why he wasn't involved. So we have been working with the chairman. We've got close on a few deals to bring in another player with this injury list, and Aaron McLean leaving, of course, and Kevin Lisby leaving, all in just about 3 days. It was a complete surprise that Aaron left, and then Kev was finding it a bit frustrating. He couldn't make that next step up, and then Gashi obviously was there or thereabouts as well, right behind Aaron. So from having put too many centre forwards within just a couple of days, we didn't really have any. So I am grateful, and I'm sure all the supporters are, for the hard work that Sean's put in. It will be rewarded. The backing of the supporters, especially one policeman supporter, Barnet supporter that I saw at Stevenage. When the players got off the bus at Stevenage, this policeman who was there with his daughter, he wasn't working of course, he shook Sean Back's hand as he got off the bus, going into the dressing room, put his arm round him and gave him a real pat on the back. And I could hear it from where I sit at the front of the bus. He was really positive with Sean. try and boost his confidence, to try and lift him and give him that belief from all our supporters that whoever plays in our shirt, if you try your best and do your best, you'll always back them. And I think Sean appreciated that. I certainly did. And it's that sort of spirit and attitude that the team played with on the day away at Stevenage. And I think we could all say that in the final third we didn't have a great deal of quality. We didn't really open them up, but they defended, and that is a skill in itself. And every player in our team done their job. To not concede any goals away from home for the first time all season, I thought it was a fine achievement. But yes, we've definitely got stuff to work on going forward. But it'll help now because John Akinday's fit to play tomorrow.
We play Newport tomorrow. We've already played them twice this season. Does that help with your preparations ahead of the game?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, we've got more awareness of their team and their players. But with our group of players, we've kind of adopted a similar attitude to what we did last year. We play well. We have to make sure that we play well. Focus on our team, our performance, individually and collectively. Defensively, recently we've been much better. And going forward, obviously, we've got to see if we can improve things. As I said earlier, with John Akinday coming back in, he's looked very fresh in training this week. The break's probably done him good as well. And we're looking forward now to the game. We've got a few youngsters back on the bench again, which is good. And Harry Taylor, his performance at Stevenage, where he came on with half an hour to go, when it was 0-0, he played a pivotal and key role in getting that point. And I'm sure all the supporters were delighted to see him out on in the middle and getting that run out. I don't think they've seen too much of Harry. So that was good. This week we've also let young Kennedy and Wugu go out on loan to Hayes and Yedding. Both those two lads have done really well. Of course, with Justin making his debut earlier in the season in the home game here. I thought it was a good time now for them to get out and play more men's football, like what Harry Taylor's done earlier in the season. And then they've only gone for a month, but hopefully they're going to get some games under their belt and then come back here and try and push into the team for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Martin.
Okay, mate.